Welcome back to DC Silver Age Storytime, and today's story comes from Superman's Girlfriend Lois Lane, number 27, published in August 1961 with story by Robert Bernstein and art by Kurt Schaffenberger. Lois, me think you most beautiful girl in universe. Me love you, so you marry me, yes? How ugly I must be that this bizarro Superman creature considers me beautiful. The evolution ray that made me super intelligent has turned me into a freak, featuring Lois Lane's super brain. Since there is no one in the world who cannot use an extra helping of brains, girl reporter Lois Lane is anything but alarmed when she learns that she's become the smartest woman in the world. The only thing Lois didn't count on is the price she has to pay for her brilliance. How Lois reacts to the discovery that her great genius is as much a curse as a blessing is the shocking story of Lois Lane's super brain. Oh my gosh, I've been trying to avoid Superman because if he ever saw me with this oversized head, he'd be shocked by my appearance. But now he's spotted me. I must think fast. How can I avoid a face-to-face meeting? One morning in Metropolis, as reporter Lois Lane arrives at an electronics laboratory, I asked my sister Lucy Lane to accompany me when I interview Professor Holt for a Daily Planet article. Has she shown up yet? No, yes, your sister is with the professor now. Please follow me. Gosh, Lois, the professor's been telling me all about this new invention. It's a fantastic computer that absorbs electrical brainwave impulses from the minds of brilliant people and stores them up. Perhaps I'd better explain, Miss Lane. Actually, my invention is a brain bank that collects the wisdom and knowledge of great people. It has already absorbed the intelligence of hundreds of famous people. Amazing. I can't wait to see it in action. So first he starts absorbing the brain of Dr. von Schmidt, renowned archaeologist, and storing it into the brain bank. I soon hope to make the machine work in reverse and give brain transfusions to the people. Then the total knowledge in the brain bank could be transferred to one person. Wow, he'd become the world's smartest man. And so next he does a great zoologist. Yes, Miss Lane, is my theory that if I reverse this switch, the contents of the bank would flow by electrical impulse into one person's head. Of course, the transfer would be repeated daily, many times, or it would wear off in a week or so. Very interesting. So the professor leaves, and Lois says to Lucy, "Quick, Lucy, before the professor returns, take my picture for the article. I'll put on the brain helmet as if my mind were being added to the brain bank." Gosh, Lois, maybe you shouldn't. Don't be silly, Lucy. What can go wrong? I'll just adjust these wires and... Look out, Lois, you're reversing the switch. Click. Yow! Oh my gosh, Lois, by reversing the current, the knowledge of hundreds of great minds is entering your head. Everything inside the brain bank is now occupying brain. Don't be silly. That was just the professor's theory. Probably nothing happened. But let's get out of here before he finds out I tampered with the apparatus. Tampered with it? Sister, I'm only hoping you didn't rob that brain bank. So later that night, they're walking along when Lois says, "Gosh, the stars are bright tonight. Lucy, did you know that the Cepheid variables are our most dependable stars, and that it was the Delta Star in this constellation Cepheus that was the first Cepheid star to be discovered?" Huh? How'd you know that? You never knew anything about astronomy before. The brain bank. An astronomer's brain must be part of the total brain you absorbed. You were thinking with his brain, or with his mind. Don't say that, Lucy. It's too weird, thinking I have hundreds of minds in my head. So later that night, she wakes up with a splitting headache, and Lucy says, "Oh, no, it's impossible. What's the matter? What are you staring at? What's wrong? For heaven's sakes, tell me." "My head. I swelled up overnight. I've turned into a freak with a big, ugly, bald dome. And my hair. I have no more hair." "I know, Lois. It fell out during the night. It must have come from the sudden enlargement of your brain and skull. I guess absorbing all that knowledge from the brain bank changed the shape of your brain and increased its size. But don't worry, Lois. Remember what the professor said. Unless the transfer is repeated many times daily, its effects will wear off. Look at the bright side. Till it wears off, you're the smartest woman in the world. And the most repulsive. Nobody must see me like this. If Superman saw me, he'd be revolted by my appearance and lecture me about tampering with unfamiliar things." And they get a call from Perry White. "Is that you, Lucy? Well, tell Lois I'm passing by. I must see her immediately." So Perry White shows up. "What on earth? What are you doing under that hairdryer, Lois?" She's drying her hair, maybe. Lucy shampooed my hair, and I always keep a hairdryer in the closet. Being the world's smartest woman should enable me to outsmart anyone and think up new ways to hide this big head. Well, I ran into Gary Moore last night. He wants you on his I've Got a Secret TV program tonight. Your secret will concern your recent coverage of the Egyptian tomb Dr. von Kratz discovered. Me on TV tonight? I mean, okay, Perry, I'll be there. So she agrees to show up, thinking that she can use her big brain to figure her way out of it. Okay, panel, meet our mystery guest. The hood was her own idea. Can you guess her secret? 10 to 1, it concerns her head. Maybe she's the world's ugliest woman. What a jerk. Nope, you're way off. Gary Moore should know how close that guess came, but my ugliness is not supposed to be my secret, so let him guess away. They'll be shocked when I remove the hood. So she removes it, and she's got the crown of Queen Nefertiti to hide her big skull. If they only knew what was under the crown. Well, I got away with it tonight, but my luck can't hold out. It's better if we go away for a few days, Lucy. I know an isolated place we can rent on Metropolis Beach. Nobody comes there off-season. A good idea. You can phony up some excuse to Perry White. So they head off, and apparently there's an ostrich farm right next to it. Lucy, Lois, where are you? It's me, Jimmy Olsen. Good gracious, Lois, Jimmy's here. He's sure to see you. What are you going to do? Having the brains of a zoologist doesn't hurt one bit in a case like this. Listen closely, Lucy. Oh, there you are. Somebody at the office said he saw your car turn in here yesterday and... Hey, Lucy, what are you doing? Quiet. Can't you see we're busy? I'm taking a picture of Lois with her head seemingly buried in the sand. Yes, Jimmy, we're exploding the legend that ostriches bury their head in the sand. Actually, the bird never buries his head, only lowers his neck because he's itching to scratch it. Okay, take that picture. Or that picture should be a honey. Now, Jimmy, take me to a restaurant. I'm dying for a hamburger. See you later, Lois. Yeah, see you later. You sure will do anything for a news story. I use my head in more ways than one. However, she decides that she needs to go even further away to avoid running into anyone she knows. I'll travel by night and sleep in motels by day. When I get out of the car, I'll cover my head with a veil. That way I can keep out of sight till this wears off. So she shows up in Las Vegas. This Lucky Lady Motel is well named for me. I could use some luck here in not being detected. So she overhears a conversation. I agree, darling. We shouldn't have come here. We should have never come to Las Vegas on our honeymoon, where I could lose all our money gambling. But tonight, I'm going to the Las Vegas Inn to recoup my losses with my last few dollars. Gosh, I know that girl. She went to school with me. I must help her husband regain their money. I remember passing the Las Vegas Inn and seeing a neon sign advertising a tropical dance review. An idea is hitting me. So she sees that there was advertised for 20, but there's only 19, so she figures they're missing one, and she creates her own, or she, I guess, borrows the costume. And with the headpiece on, they can't notice her giant skull. Thanks to having a brain of a math genius, I've computed all the arithmetical permutations and combinations necessary to win at roulette. I don't think that's possible. Young man, you'll change your luck by betting my system. Here, follow it. I couldn't do worse than I have. I can't believe it. I've won back the money I lost. Shall I continue betting? I'll do whatever you say. Quit and don't play again. I feel my luck has completely run out from here on. So she goes to a costume ball for whatever reason, or she stumbles upon it, and they are quite taken with her costume, thinking that the head is fake, and she gets the award for first prize. The judges unanimously award first prize to the little lady with the big ugly head. Her makeup is so artful, it actually looks like her own head. They may think I'm crying tears of happiness at winning, but they are tears of misery, because I've become nothing but a freak. But Lois's shock awaits her, her biggest shock awaits her as she approaches her motel. Lois, wait. Superman, he's spotted me. He'll see this head is no makeup job, and my luck really has run out now. Superman will turn away from me in revulsion. But Lois is wrong. It isn't Superman, it is Bizarro Superman. Me not number one Bizarro, who is already married to Bizarro number one. Me see you well, me cruise around Bizarro world. Me think You are the most beautiful girl in the universe. Me love you, so you marry me, yes. But me give you enough time to think over marriage proposal. Me go away now, but me come back in morning. Then you give me answer. How horribly ugly I must be that the twisted upside down mind of a Bizarro considers me beautiful. Oh, how I wish I were myself again. But amazingly, the next day when Bizarro returns, yeah, how ugly you become overnight. Me no want to marry you now. You are most repulsive looking girl in the world. Me go back to Bizarro world fast. Good heavens, I didn't look in the mirror yet. Couldn't stand to see myself again. But I must be changed if that Bizarro is rejecting me. The next moment, as Lois gazes at herself, the brain transfer wore off. During the night, how wonderful. Any girl would prefer her own pretty face to having a super brain. Oh, jeez. If she's really smart, now I can go home and face Superman and the only person with a super brain and good looks. So her head shrunk down and her hair miraculously grew back in one evening.